Ooh, my hair is frizzy. Oof, is my hair frizzy? Well, I tried to go for like a no makeup look, but then as I was going, I was like, oh, I want to do a full face. So it just happened. I'm just wearing a ColourPop single shock shadow on my lid, and like that's it. Some mascara, brows, because I still, after this is done, I have to go and do some cleaning, do some laundry, so I didn't want to do too much. But then, since we're in quarantine anyway, I was like, you know what? Why not? So forgive the hair. But this live stream, I've got a lot of products because what I wanted to do was a favorites video. Essentially, I do a favorites video like every 2 to 3 months, and I really only focus on products that I like have tested fully, have used for a couple of weeks. There are not going to be any first impressions in here. These are all products that I've like really tested and used for a long time. And if anything, quarantine has given me a lot more time with these products. So I actually have more products here than I have had in any previous favorites videos ever. So that's why I thought it would be good to do this in a live stream so I could actually talk through all the products, answer questions as they come up. And I wanted to do a different time. Like this is the earliest I've done one. Normally I tend to do them like on Wednesdays or Fridays at like 7 p.m. my time. Right now it is 10:30 my time. So trying something different. We'll see if more people can jump into this stream than they can the other streams. Because I do want to do, I've got an idea for at least 2 more live streams. Because I know for us here in New Jersey, where I live, quarantine, we basically aren't having a summer. We're still going to be here. And I thought, what better time to do more live streams than now? So I have skincare, nail care, hair care, a couple of random house products, and then a bunch of makeup. Like I've got everything else laid out, and then the makeup is all in this bag. Like there's a bunch. So I think I'm going to start with like the smaller categories and get those out of the way. And then we'll jump into the makeup because I have so much makeup. Makeup I've rediscovered now that I'm in quarantine and I can kind of play a bit more than like I'm used to. And newer products that I've had for a few weeks that I've just fallen in love with. And yeah, so that's what I want to do. So I think the smallest, let's see, I'm just kind of organize my products. I think the smallest section I have is random home care and hair care. So let's start there. Oh, Brooke's here. Good morning. Good morning, Brooke. So happy. So you can't tell because of how my hair is right now, because today should be a wash day. I'm going to shower later today because I still have to clean the house and do laundry and everything. But I have 2 products that I've been loving for the past couple of months. And the first one is kind of a surprise to me because something that I haven't really done since I've gone to the curly girl method is use dry shampoo. I used to use dry shampoo all the time when I actually like blow fried my hair straight. I would use it all the time. And I haven't found a dry shampoo that's really worked for me since going curly. This is the first one that has, and I actually want to buy a full-size product. This is from IGK, and this is the First Class Charcoal Detox Dry Shampoo. It's like a mini, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I bought this mini or if I got it like as a point award, but I love this dry shampoo. It actually feels like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like I spray it just onto my roots and onto the back of my neck, and it feels cleaner. It feels drier, and all I have to do is spray it and like just kind of do like a zhuzh like this. So it doesn't ruin my curls. They're a little frizzy right now, but ignore that. It doesn't ruin my curls, and it's just, it's nice. And it's really good for, I like to call it last day hair. Like today, like if I was working or if I was going anywhere, I mean, if any of us go anywhere, if I was going anywhere, this would be the day I would put my hair up into a bun. So before I would do that, I would spray the dry shampoo, through my roots, like over here, and just like kind of work it in and then throw it up in the bun. And it would just feel so much nicer and it would smell really good. This also smells amazing. I don't know what the exact scent is, but it smells better than any other dry shampoo I've tried. So I would spray this, throw my hair up in a bun, and then normally the next day is when I would wash it. So this is definitely bun hair. And I really like this dry shampoo. It's the one that's worked the best. It doesn't ruin my curls. It just works so well. So I'm definitely going to buy a full size of this at some point. I still have a decent amount left in here. So I think I'm going to use this up. I'm trying not to buy anything right now that isn't essential. But once things start kind of opening up and going back to a normal-ish state, this is going to be one of the first things that I buy. The next product that I've been loving was actually one that was sent to me through Influencer. So this was sent in PR. And this is from a brand called Mizani. And this is the True Textures Curl Coils Waves Perfect Coil Oil Gel. Try saying that 5 times fast. Oof. So this is the Perfect Coil Oil Gel. And this was a gel that's a texture that I don't know, I strayed away from my limited experience and research in curly hairstyles. There are certain things that I kind of thought like, oh, those products are meant for coily hair, like hair that's a different texture than my hair. So I couldn't really use those products. This is one of the first products where like I thought at first, well, that's for a different coil texture, for a different hair texture, so maybe it won't work for me. It worked so well. I love this gel. It is so great. It defines my curls. It makes them look banging on wash day, but also it holds my curls through, a week, at least 4 days. And it looks so good. And the texture is a bit weird. I got a little bit in the cap right there. So it's a kind of a slimy texture. It's a little bit weird. But it smells really good. It works as like the perfect medium hold gel for my hair. Like this is actually like 5th day hair. I'm going to wash it later today, but like this is probably some of the best 5th day hair I've had. Whereas before, 5th day hair was just like, no, just get rid of it. Just slick it back into a ponytail and forget about it. This is amazing. So I really like this product. It was sent to me in PR, but I have noticed that I think they timed this to the point where this is now available on Sephora's website. I know I'm trying not to buy from Sephora as much because of their actions as of late, but I am looking into this brand now because this worked so well for me. I was sent 2 other products that didn't work as well, but this is like the golden child of what I was sent, and it worked so well, and I loved it. And I'm only halfway through this, really, so I'm definitely going to be using this up and then buying another one when I can. So those are the only 2 hair care products I have. The next small category is candles. I've just become absolutely obsessed with candles since quarantine has started. And it just shocks me how much of a difference they can make to just anything, to like your mood, to your room. Because for the most part, even when I'm working full-time from home right now. 90% of my time is here in this room or right outside the door in the next room working. So my 2 favorite candles that I've used recently, I've actually placed an order for candles, and that's the one thing I let myself buy because I need to have something burning almost all the time, are some candles from Bath & Body Works. The first one that I love is this one called Sun-Drenched Linen. And it literally smells, the only way I can describe it is dryer sheets. And also, like if you have the dryer that has the exhaust port out to like your backyard and you can smell when someone is drying their clothes and it smells really good, that's what this smells like. It is so good. I used to save this and only burn it on the weekends because that's when I would do my laundry and it would smell really nice. But now I just kind of burn it whenever I want that fresh, clean, crisp. It's something I didn't think something could smell as crisp as this, but it does, and I love it. I'm already halfway through this candle, and I've had it for about 3 weeks, I want to say. Oh, I love this one so much. So that's one of my favorite candles. The other one that I really love, also from Bath & Body Works, is from their Aromatherapy line. They made candles out of all of their aromatherapy products. And this one is the Stress Relief Eucalyptus Spearmint. And this is something I used to always buy in the body cream. but it smells so good as a candle. It is so nice. And these are both single wick candles. I have a very tiny and enclosed, not very well ventilated attic. So I try not to burn the big 3-wick candles because that could very much overpower this area, especially for someone who's like prone to headaches. So I will say, as someone who's prone to headaches, prone to migraines, these single wick candles are like perfect. I love them. So these two are my favorites. I placed another order a couple of weeks ago, and I think it's getting delivered next week. They said by the 26th of May. So that's something that's helped keep me sane during this time. You know, when I'm working, I wake up, I have my routine, I clean my room, I do my makeup, I get ready for work, and some of the last things I do before I start working is like open my windows if it's a nice day, light my candle, and then it's time to like focus. And it's kind of weird to say it helps a lot, but it does. It really does. So these aren't the only candles I have. These are just my favorites. I have 1, 2, 3 more in the corner of my room, and I've already fully burnt through at least 3 full candles. And I found a video on YouTube that showed how to clean out the actual candle holder. So I've done that too, and I'm also using whatever leftover wax was in the very bottom of the candle. I also used that in my warmer, which Brooke got me for my birthday and actually made me a couple of years ago, the little calcifer warmer. I've been using that constantly. He was actually burning this morning, because what I do is the leftover wax that's left in the bottom of the candle, I take out and I burn it in my little candle warmer, and he's adorable and I love him. So definitely been loving candles. And I think that's one thing I'm never gonna like take advantage of or like underappreciate ever again are just candles and scents. I think I might be one of those people that now hoards candles once this is over, you know. But that's my experience. And that's one thing I learned about myself, because I liked candles, but I never like burnt them all the time or like used a bunch of them. I tended to give them like as gifts because they're like cute and they're useful, you know. But it wasn't until now that I really appreciated them. And like, I don't know. It's my weird quarantine hack. It was just candles. Brooke said, my therapy pre-quarantine was going to the candle section in TJ Maxx, Marshalls, or Home Goods. Yes. Target also has a good candle section too. I actually, funny thing, I saw a TikTok. Someone made a TikTok about just that. They were thinking about back in the time where they could just go into TJ Maxx and smell all the candles, and how they're never going to like take advantage of that again, because they're always going to just like really appreciate their candles. Yeah, Target has a really good selection. When my grandma and my brother went shopping one time, they picked me up a rose candle from Target, and it was so nice. I actually burned through the whole thing, and then we emptied it out, and then I made, because today's Mother's Day, I made some origami flowers, because we couldn't actually like get flowers delivered for my grandma for Mother's Day. We made those flowers, and I put them in the empty candle jar. And that was kind of her gift. And the flowers matched the flowers of the rose on the actual like label. So it was cute, and I liked it. And she really, really liked it too. So that's my candle spiel. We're done with that. Next, let's talk about skincare. I've got quite a couple of things. First thing, well, let me just preface this. Something I've really been focusing on for quarantine time. Not only am I playing with makeup and trying new things, I've really been focusing on skincare. And that includes things that I really wouldn't spend as much time on, which are face masks. For me, a face mask was kind of a self-care, a self-treat kind of thing, where like I needed to have the time. Before, I was so busy, I just would do my skincare, go to bed, do my skincare, wake up, go to work. I wouldn't take the time to relax and do a full like face mask. And now I'm doing multiple face masks a week. And I actually have I've got 3 face mask empties here that I've been loving. And the first one is from E.L.F. I finished this one. This is the Hydrating Gel Mask, which is an empty. And it was just a really nice, thick, hydrating mask. It really reminded me of that Clinique Overnight Moisture Mask, but like affordable. This was really affordable, and it lasted me forever, even when losing all over my face. So that was a great hydrating mask. A great clarifying mask was this one. And this is from Dr. Brandt. This is the Pores No More Vacuum Cleaner. And I got this back, I think, still when I had BoxyCharm. So I've cut it open and I've used the entire thing up. But this was a mask that, I don't know, it felt like a charcoal mask almost, where I would put it on, it would dry up, and then after I washed everything off, it just felt so fresh and good. So I did finish this up by using it all over my face, but the places that I really liked using this the most were just right around here in my pore-filled area. So my nose, and then right around here was just so good. This is way too expensive, I think, though, for what it is. I can get better masks for cheaper, so I wouldn't actually buy this. I used this up because I had it from a box, but I mean, honestly, I only got to it because I'm in quarantine. I'm using a lot of masks, but it was a good mask, so we got both sides there. Next is a mask I've been using for years that I love, and I will buy until the day that I die. This is from Lush. This is the Brazened Honey face mask. This smells delightful, and it still smells like it, even though I cleaned it out. And it helps get rid of any breakouts that I have. Normally around my period, I tend to break out down here on my chin, or I've got a couple of random ones on my nose. I tried a whole bunch of things, tea tree oil, this or that. The only thing that really works consistently is this mask. I've used this since college, and no matter what kind of breakout I have, if I use this, the next day it's either gone or it is really, really lowered. And then eventually it goes away. I love this. Yep, it's definitely a regular. Brooke said, Brazened Honey, your empty's regular. I've got a couple of empty Lush pots back here, and at least 2 of those are Brazened Honey. That's one of the first things I want to do once we can, I guess, go back out and shop and be around people. I want to go back to Lush and return my empty pots, get a free face mask of this, and then I'm just going to buy a whole bunch of good smelling things because I like good smelling things. So yes. I love that. And like I mentioned, Brazened Honey is something that I love, that I always continually use. Even when I was busy, I would find time to use that. Whereas these other masks, I wouldn't have gone through until I had this time, since I'm just home. And I'm trying to do a mask every other night. I don't want to overwhelm my skin, but I want to give it some TLC, So I finished those 2 up. I've got 3 I had a bunch of mini samples of masks, so I've also been using those. And so the next empties video that I do, it may or may, depending on how long we're here, it may or may not also be another live stream. But I've already my drawer is already partially full with all the empties that I'm working through, and that's including skincare, hair care, makeup. I've got a lot of makeup. I'm going through a lot of makeup, so we'll see how soon I can do that next video for empties. And the last 2 products I want to talk about, one was actually kind of a fail, so it's not a favorite. I don't want to specify that. And the other one is one that I've gone back to that I love and that I'm wearing right now, and that is this Vaseline lip treatment. I just love chapstick. I love, lip balms, and this is one that literally lasted. This is at least a year old, I want to say, because it's so much product. This thing was full to the top when I got it, and now I'm getting to the point where I hit the bottom and I'm using it up. But oh my god, this lasted so long, and it still smells good. It still works well. It doesn't make me break out, and it's just really moisturizing. I think I mentioned in the previous video that I'm not really reaching for lipsticks right now because I'm not about that life right now. If anything, I've been using lip glosses and chapsticks, and this has been my go-to chapstick lip treatment, and this was a couple of dollars. I know a lot of people like to talk about the more expensive, I'm trying to think what brand is it. There's a couple of brands my mind is blanking, but you should never pay more than a couple of dollars for a good lip treatment is what I'm trying to say. The ones they sell at Sephora, the ones that are above $20, please don't. You can always get affordable chapstick, and this is a really, really good one, this Vaseline one. So there's that one. The one I want to kind of trash, it isn't even a chapstick. I was kind of using it as one, but also it made me break out terribly. I got this product in my last Try Beauty box, and this is from Chemists, and this is a lip plumper. You can see it's halfway empty. I was using this for a long time, and I was using it like every hour because this is a lip plumper. It's not a lip gloss. I was using it like a lip gloss, but I feel like for my lips, I don't feel like I need a lip plumper. Like I feel like my lips are a decent size for my face, so I've never struggled in that department. But I used this as a lip gloss, and it looked really pretty. It was very bright and shiny, and it felt good on my lips. But after getting this halfway through, after using it for a while, I was breaking out all over my lips. I got to break out here first, I got to break out here, and then I got to break out here. And the only thing I was doing different was this. So I put this away, I stopped using it, and immediately all my breakouts went away. So as much as I liked this, it broke me out really badly. So I'm not going to touch this again. It's going to go into my empties drawer, or actually it's going to go into my pouch for my next Try Beauty box video, because I really liked this at first, and I don't know exactly what is in it that caused me to break out that badly, which is a shame because I actually liked the product. So there's that. Let's go to the chat. Brooke said, I use Aquaphor on my lips and I love it. I've heard such good things about Aquaphor, but I've always been a chapstick gal. So maybe, I think you might convince me to get Aquaphor. So I've heard really good things about it. And it's also really affordable, right? I think so. So next, I think we're going to jump into nail care. So I did do my nails. Okay, let me flash back a couple of weeks. A couple of weeks ago, I really broke my nail super bad, and I stopped doing my nails. So I snapped my nail. I had to file them all down really short because they used to be really long. Kind of like Nailogical. She just, Simply Nailogical just posted a video about how she broke a nail and had to file hers all down. I had the same thing happen. So I did that, and this is the first time I've actually gone back and really painted my nails. And I used her, this is all from Holo Taco, by the way. I used the black nail polish, and then I used these new unicorn skins. I bought the whole package. I used one of those, and then I used a flaky Holo Taco, and then I sealed it with just the regular top coat. I'll post a picture. I think I posted a picture yesterday on my Instagram stories. You can see it a lot better there, because I think in order for you to actually see, you can kind of see it there. In order for you to see the real rainbows and the reflection, you got to see it with a light. So I posted an Instagram story showing it, and it was just, it's really pretty, and I love this combination, and I love the black nail polish and everything. So the nail polish I've been going back to and that I love is Holo Taco. Holo Taco has been a favorite of mine. It's been pretty consistent in my favorites videos for a while, but I wanted to just bring up the black nail polish, which is still a favorite of mine. I love it. And bring up the new ones that I bought a couple of weeks ago. So these are unicorn skins, and they're basically clear, kind of reflection-y polishes, but they each have a tint to them. So there's one where there's a pink tint. It's going to be really hard to show it up. Let me try the flashlight trick on these. Do they show up? Kinda. So this one has the pink tint. So this is pink. This one has a blue-green tint, and then this one has a pink-red tint to it. So the one that I'm wearing over the black here is the pink-red tint, and this one is called Solar Unicorn Skin, and it looks so pretty. Yeah, I love it. I've been using all of these. Even when I wasn't really doing my nails, I would just try to coat them in a little bit of polish to try to protect them as they grew. And I would use these unicorn skins, and they're really pretty. I didn't think I would like them as much as the Holo when I first got these, but I love all three of these. They're really pretty. I haven't tried them over the white nail polish, though. I've been trying to avoid the white nail polish because I realized since I do my makeup so often, it was my makeup and my foundation as I do it and use the beauty blender and stuff that was causing the yellow to turn, or causing the white to turn yellow. So I was trying to avoid white nail polish, even though I love it. It never stays white on my hands. So I haven't tried these over the white nail polish, but I've tried these over the black nail polish, and it's so pretty. And I love it. And they last quite a long time. I bought the black nail polish when it released, and I still have the bottle, and I can still use it. So, really good. It's been a staple in my favorites for a while, but I think Holo Taco just came out with one new polish and then a new nail file. I'm probably not going to buy either of those, but I'm excited to see if they come out with any other polish colors, because it's been a really foolproof nail polish brand for me. So quick intermission as I pull out the makeup, because this has all of my makeup favorites in it, and we've gone through everything else. So we've gone through the home care, the skin care, the hair care, and I'm going to do my best. I had someone request that I put a list of all the products that I talk about in the description box. So after this live is done and processed, I will include a list of these products in the description box, but it might take me a little bit. Okay, these are going to go in. Ba-doo-doo. Nice housekeeping. So within this makeup category, I also have a couple of makeup tools. So I think I'm going to go through the makeup tools first, and then we'll go to the actual makeup. So the first tool that I have here that I've been loving are just these sponges from Shop Miss A. I did place a Shop Miss A order about a month and a half ago that got lost in the mail, and I never got the package. Thankfully, they responded really quickly, and they gave me the full credit of the order back into like a gift card. So I replaced an order, and I got that in. And part of that order was this new color of their sponge that they have. Is basically the same as this Paw Paw sponge. And when you order anything from their Paw Paw line, they give to animal charities, which is really nice. And I love these sponges. They're not as good as the black teardrop sponge, which is still my favorite. $1. This is $1.55 because they give that extra profit to charities. But I picked up this, and I've had this one for a bit, and I really like these. They are a bit more porous than the regular black teardrop sponge, but they're still really nice. And they're $1. I can't get over the fact that they're still $1. I tend to keep them. I try to keep them for a couple of months. I keep washing them, and we'll talk about how I wash them in just a second. But I wash them, I keep good care of them, and they're just so good. They're just the right amount of spongy. They blend out any foundation, high, low, drugstore, any type of foundation works so well with these sponges. And it just pains me that people are still paying $20 for a single sponge when you can get an amazing sponge for $1. $1. I will talk about these sponges until the day that I die. I love them. My favorite is still the black teardrop because, of course, it is. But these two other ones with the Paw Paw line are still really good. So those two, and another tool that I've really been loving and using a lot is from Sigma, and it's the Sigma brush. This is the F80 flat top Kabuki. This is like my go-to everyday foundation brush, and it's a little bit stained here in the middle, but I did just wash this. So this is how it looks. Bright, shiny, sparkling, clean. I love this brush. I actually picked up from Shop Miss A. They have a line that looks just like this, the set from Sigma. And I really wanted to try it out from Shop Miss A since I've loved a couple of their other products. So I did pick up a face brush set from them and also an eye brush set from Shop Miss A. But I literally just got those in the mail like a couple weeks ago. So I really want to test them out. Really fully test them. I want to wash them a couple of times. I don't want to recommend brushes that I haven't fully used. And this brush from Sigma, I really do recommend. I've had this for years. I did have one issue where one of the brushes that I bought from Sigma, the F80, it fell apart. Like the barrel fell off of the brush. And I reached out to customer service. I showed them proof of my purchase, and they sent me a brand spanking new one. So there is a warranty. There's like a 2-year warranty whenever you buy a Sigma brush. And a lot of my brushes I've loved. And then the one that, actually fell apart and broke, they immediately replaced. So I got to say, Sigma is really good. It's a little bit pricey, but so many of their brushes are just so good. And I may or may not do a live stream where I talk about just my favorite recent makeup brushes. I don't know if I want to do it as a live stream or as a a video, because I was thinking about maybe you're not doing a get ready with me where I specifically talk about the brushes. So I don't know if I want to do that as a live stream, as a get ready with me, or just as a favorites video. So still thinking about that, but I had a couple of people request that. But Sigma brushes are like at the top of my list. I love Sigma as a brand. They're so good, and they're tried and true. And I do like that they like to collaborate with influencers. Like I know Taylor Wynn, formerly known as Taylor, had a favorites bundle with them. A couple of other influencers have bundles with them where they just bundle their favorite brushes together. I think that's really cute. So Sigma, I really like their brushes, and they do have a good warranty on them. So if they ever do break or you really need to replace them, they actually will replace them. Alrighty. The last, I don't even know what to call this. It's not quite a tool, but it helps. The brush cleaning soaps from Shop Mizani. Like, oh my god. I adore these. In that last order where I talked about buying from Shop Mizani, I purchased a bunch of these. They're $1 each, and they have separate brush soaps and sponge soaps. And I want to show you, these are all brand new, but the sponge soaps are smooth, like this, so that you can clean sponges on them, and it works so quickly and so well. While the brush soaps, you can see there's texture on there, right? So those little texture beads or whatever they are, they dissolve. So they're not really bad for the environment or anything, but those texture particles help clean the brushes. So you don't actually have to like buy a separate brush mat like from Sigma. I have a Sigma brush mat that I don't use anymore because I can just wash my brushes in here. It's so good. Oh, and they're only $1, and the soap smells really good. I think I got the brush, not the brush. I think I got the sponge soaps in strawberry, so they smell like strawberry. And then the brush soaps I got in peach, so they smell like peach, and it's just so good. And they last pretty long. I can get, if I wash all of my brushes, I have a lot of face brushes. If I wash all of those, this can last, this one single dollar tin will last at least 4 washes, 4 full washes of all of my brushes, face and eye brushes. So if you're only washing a couple of brushes, this will last you forever. And it's $1. I can't get over like how affordable and how good these are. So I've already panned quite a few of these. I've rebought a bunch of them. I have a nice backup drawer full of these now, and I love them. They're so good. You can also do the, home remedy, make your own brush cleaner. But I think you're spending more money if you make that homemade brush cleaner, because you got to mix Dawn dish soap and like extra virgin olive oil. You're spending more on both of those than you are on just the $1 brush cleaner. So that's why I really recommend these, because they're so good. And I've used a bunch of them up, and I love them. And it's all recyclable. So once you finish it up, clean it out, you can recycle the tin. It is now time to get into makeup. Finally. These are the last few products that, I kept the flashlight on my phone on. Oh, look at me killing my own battery. So, let's see. Let's do this in order. The first product I want to talk about is a concealer. This is from Makeup Revolution. This is the Conceal and Hydrate concealer. I'm actually pretty shocked by how much I like this one, and I like this one more than the Conceal and Define concealer. I think it's because I picked up a better shade in this one than I did in the other concealer, but also this just works a bit better on my under eyes. I'm not wearing it today, so I don't know why I did this, but just it works better. And I also like using this to lighten up foundations that are too dark for me, which is kind of most of them right now, because I'm not using my white mixer. I use it under my eyes, I use it on my forehead, on my chin, and like a little bit right here. And it works really well. And it is hydrating, like I said, so I have like fine lines on my under eyes, and this just doesn't really emphasize them as much, and it works really well with my favorite powders. And that's the next product that I really want to talk about is A loose powder I rediscovered because I had it as a backup, and it's currently my only loose powder left, and that is the Coty Air Spun Powder. I have the shade Naturally Neutral, which matches me, which matches my custard Casper face right now. And this works so well. It's got so much. This thing is huge. This thing is gigantic. There's so much powder in here. This is going to last me months. Months. Even though I do my makeup every day, this is going to last me months. I love this powder. I've panned a full one of these, and it took me a long time. And I know by the time I was done using it, I was kind of sick of it. But also, like, if you're looking for something affordable that's going to last you a long time, that's going to work well, this is so good. It's affordable and it lasts like forever. The only downside is that their shade range kind of sucks. I didn't look on their original website. I think they're expanding the shade range, but I know from what you can get like at Walgreens, which is the only place I can find this in store. Though I think Target has it too, but I saw Target, I think, only had 1 or 2 shades. I want them to expand the shade range because this is actually such a good product. It's a good powder. There's a ton of it in here. It'll last you forever. So if you're on a budget, you're looking for a loose powder or just a face powder, it's really good. It does smell like grandma. Oh, I just got powder everywhere. It does smell like grandma's. But I've noticed that when I'm doing my full face of makeup, the smell does go away. I mean, if you're super, super sensitive to smell, it might not work the best for you. But I'm sort of sensitive to smell, and I'm prone to migraines, and this hasn't really done anything. I can still use it. That's what I'm trying to say. The next product I want to talk about is also a face powder, and this is from The Balm. This is the Sexy Mama Translucent Powder, and this is a brand new one. I have used so many of these. I actually just panned one, and I had this one as a backup, so I pulled this one out. I only buy this powder when it's on sale. So The Balm has these kind of famous once or twice a year sales where everything on their website is half off. This is normally $20, and I think that's a bit much. But when it's half off and you get it for $10, it's a steal. It's really good. It just works so well on my skin. It works so well with a whole bunch of different foundations. It lasts a long time. It reprices well, and it's just such a good face powder. This is amazing. I love this powder. Like I said, whenever The Balm has a half off sale, I tend to stock up on this powder. I buy a couple of them. But yeah. One thing, the packaging is kind of annoying. I used to depot this and just put it into a Z palette. The last one I just panned in the actual packaging, so I'll probably keep this in the packaging as well. But this powder is so good. I really like it. And I've used at least 4 or 5 of these, like all the way through. And this one is, like I said, brand new, but I'm probably going to pan this, by the end of quarantine. Because I wear makeup every day, I wear powder every day, and I love that powder. The next product is more of a bit of a discovery for me, because I bought this because I really wanted to try out different products from this brand. And I saw this, and I saw Marie Antoinette, and I was like, I'm interested. This is a loose blush from Geek Chic Cosmetics called Let Them Eat Cake. And before this, I had never tried a loose blush, never really played with one. This is a very glowy blush, too, by the way. But I got so much use out of this in April. I pulled this from my April Everyday Makeup Basket, and I loved it. It was bright and shiny, and it was probably a bit too much for me to ever wear to work normally, or if I was going out of the house for anything other than a date night, it would be a bit too much. But I used it and I loved it. And it really got me interested in other loose products. I have a loose highlighter from this brand that I'm now playing with and also really liking. And it just really got me interested in loose blushes and blush and what else I can do with blush, different ways I could drape blush, different ways I could use blush. And it was just a lot of fun. And I hadn't had that much fun with makeup in quite a bit. So I really like this product. I used it for a full month straight. I love the shade. I love the product. And I really want to buy more from Geek Chic. I hope they're still open. I don't know. I mean, now during this COVID situation, I have no idea if they're currently still, operating. But in the future, I definitely want to buy more from this indie brand because most of their products are so unique or so fun or anime or video game related, and they're cool. but B, they're really fun products to play with, and they're good products no matter how you shake it. So I have to say, I had a lot of fun with this. It was definitely a favorite of mine, and it's gotten me interested in a different type of makeup product that I never was interested in before, which is something fun and different. All right, we got four more products, but 2 more categories left. Let's talk about these. These are the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Liquid Shadows. I almost brought in a Stila Glitter and Glow to go with these, but I noticed my Stilas are drying up. And so I've actually been using these more, and that's no fault of the Stilas. The Stilas are still a really good product, but I've had them too long, and I think they're all drying out. But I love these. They're definitely a dupe for the Stilas. I just wish they came in lighter, brighter colors, because most of these are pretty dark, at least for my complexion, and at least for the products that I'm using it with. They're a bit dark. But they're such a good product. They're about $10 less than the Stila Glitter and Glow products, and they're still just, they work really well. They last all day on my hooded lids. I have very hooded lids, as you can see. And even if I use them on their own, they dry down well and they last really well. If I use them underneath, say, a shade in my Pan palette, they still work the same. They dry down really nicely. I don't get any like bad creasing, and it just looks really good and lasts throughout the full day. And it's just amazing. Chef's kiss. So I love these. These are only 2 of the ones that I have. These are shades 1 and 2. I do have quite a few of other shades from this collection. These are the 2 lightest ones, which, like I said, I wish these were brighter and lighter, like the Stila Little White Lies collection. I want those kind of bright ones from a nice, affordable brand, because those are slowly becoming my go-tos, especially with the lighter shades in my Pan That palette. But yeah, I gotta say, these are just so good. They're pigmented. They work as a great primer. They're just amazing. And here we are. We're finally at the last product. Oh, it's been a while. The last product was, these just happen to both be from ABH. These are 2 glow kits, different ones. This is the Dream Glow Kit and the Moonchild Glow Kit. And really, this was just me playing with bright, different highlights, because I can. Because I'm quarantined, I'm working from home, and because no one can really see your highlight too much in a webcam. And I will say, this webcam is a lot better quality than my work webcam. So like here, you can kind of see a little bit of a highlight, but I'm wearing a very vibrant, loose highlight right now. It doesn't look like this on camera. Same way I was able to have fun with these highlights. These are bright, purple, pink, yellow highlights. I had so much fun playing with these, not only as like a face highlight, but as a Cupid's bow highlight, as an inner corner highlight for looks. I know when I was using my purple shades in my Pan That palette, I would really reach into this Moonchild kit and use these 2 as inner corner highlights, because they just matched so well. But I also had fun if I was doing a green eyeshadow look, pull out this green highlight, because why not, I had this pink highlight right here, which is very pink tone. So a lot of times when I was doing red or pink looks, pulled that one out. There's a blue highlighter in here. There's a silver highlighter in here. I think that this might be the only one that's a little bit too dark for me to use on my cheeks, but the rest I can use. And I just had fun. Like I bought these palettes a while ago, and I kind of just thought, if I want to do an editorial look, if I really want to go out there and do something different, then I would use like these highlights. And it wasn't really until like right now in quarantine that I really explored and really used these and loved them, because you can also use these as eyeshadow. You can use them as inner corner highlights. They're just stunning, and they're messy. You can see I do have some fallout on this palette, but even though I try to clean it, like highlighter just goes everywhere. So that's the only downside, but I actually really like both of these palettes. Did I need both of these palettes? Probably not. I probably could have gone with just one or the other. And looking back on it now, I probably would have just gone with the Dream Glow Kit, because the Moonchild Glow Kit is a bit smaller and the colors are a bit more muted. Whereas if I'm going to go for this kind of highlight, I'm going to go for this kind of highlight, and I might as well just go for one of these, And the packaging is also holographic and stunning. So I don't know if this is limited edition or not, but I love this palette, and I'm definitely going to keep this. Whereas the Moonchild palette, I think I bought this at TJ Maxx. I'm pretty sure I found this there. This is okay, and I like the green highlight, but like I could have gone without this, being quite honest. But I'm glad that I got to spend this time to really just experiment and try different things and try different bright highlights and get used to using them. And I'm having fun. And I'm glad that I am, because I feel like that's something that we all could hopefully use a little bit more of during this time, is just playing with what we have, shopping our stashes, not going out and buying anything new, but really just rediscovering what we have and having fun with it. Yeah. Because I haven't, like I said, I think the Shop Mizani order that I placed was the last order that I actually placed. And I only placed that because I ordered it before COVID started and the package got lost. So then I replaced my order. So I'm trying not to buy anything recently. I may or may not do a big haul once everything opens back up and I can actually go shopping, but that's in the future. I'm not thinking about that now. For now, I'm just shopping my stash, rediscovering what I love, and having fun. And I hope you guys all are too. Alrighty, so those are all my favorites. More favorites than I've ever had in any one of these videos. I am going to just throw all these products into a bag and type them all up and not link them. I don't know if I'll have to link them, but I will list them all down below. Give me a couple of hours or a couple of days to do that, but it will be there. And once this is done and processed, I hope you guys will let me know in the comments what you've been loving, what you've been reaching for during quarantine, and if you've learned anything about yourself during quarantine, because I learned that I apparently can't live without candles. And I love them, and I'm definitely going to be one of those people that now hoards candles, and I may or may not make my own candles. We'll see. So it is almost 11:20. I am getting hungry, so I'm probably going to go and make myself some lunch. But I hope you guys liked this different time for a live stream. I have an idea for another live stream. The next live stream I want to do is... Do you hear that car? I've noticed people that are like not drag racing, but like since there's nobody out, people with cars that are that loud are just like speeding up and down the streets because they can, which is annoying as hell. Anyway, like I was saying, the next live stream I want to do, something exciting that I'm doing, I am actually documenting and putting into a spreadsheet all of my eyeshadow palettes. All of them. So what I want to do is for my next live stream, I've had a couple of people request this and I never did it because I had so many palettes. I'm going to rank every single one of my palettes from favorite to least favorite to favorite. So I'm about halfway through putting all of my palettes into one spreadsheet so I can start analyzing and like listing them. But I think it's going to be on my next live stream, and that may be like well over an hour and a half to 2 hours getting all of those palettes ranked. And depending on the stream, we may or may not swatch them. We'll see how that goes. But that's kind of my idea for the next one. It won't be like this upcoming week because I don't want to do one like every week, but I think it'll be skip a Sunday that next Sunday because I'll need the time to actually like have all the palettes, list them out, pull them up, because I'm going to show each palette as I talk about it. And I have, last count, at least 100. So that'll be fun. That'll be something to look forward to. And it'll be a lot of prep work for me, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun for everyone to jump in on. So thank you guys for joining this different time live stream. Happy Mother's Day to any of the mothers that are out there. I hope you have a lovely Sunday and you get to relax a little bit, because I'm sure if you've been in quarantine for this long with some kids, you're feeling it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Bye.